Done with the in-season tournament, NBA action is back with 13 matchups. The most promising matchup of the night is between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. Steph and the Warriors have won just 2 of their last 10 games heading into this one, while the Grizzlies currently sits in the number 2 spot in the Western Conference, and it's won 8 of its last 10 games to get there.
That's a moving screen on Draymond.
So a Looney foul, a Draymond moving screen, 2 made threes, and not a great first 52 seconds for the Dubs.
This is an awful start.
Schroeder's first Warrior attempt is right through in the mid-range.
And off a ball screen.
Now Steph around Santi Aldama and tried to throw through the Memphis defense, and the Warriors turn it over. Steph had that blocked by Edey. Wow. Zach Edey inside, and Steph came and took it away from him.
Got him back.
And running with Schroeder, kind of 2 point guards as Steve Kerr had talked about. And Wiggins will never be more open, and that's the ones you want to rail, particularly on the road.
Yeah, Steph didn't let them off the hook with that awkward closeout, and then Looney set that screen. That last defender couldn't close out at all.
Wiggins right to the rim to finish.
You got to be relentless attacking inside, even with their rim protection.
And you mentioned how much Memphis fouls, so even if you're not shooting free throws, get into the bonus for the team as Wiggins hits a 3 and is fouled. To make it a GP2, pass was the right idea just behind him. And it's another Warrior giveaway, 8 first quarter turnovers. And Pippen Jr. another 3. And Brandon Clark, he's just been the quickest man to the ball every time. Steph with a nice block.
Still working on those steals.
So Steph, Pajemski, Lindy Waters, Trace Jackson Davis. That's the way to run the floor.
That's exactly what he did.
Beautifully done. And then Steph went a little tic-tac-toe, but Kennard was ready for it. Luke Kennard, if he didn't have that blocked, start the bus and go to Minnesota. We have Luke Kennard coming down the lane dunking on somebody as Pajemski hits a 3.
You got to hit some of these open ones at some point.
You have an eternity left in this game. You just got to play a lot better basketball and just have Andrew Wiggins shoot every time.
And look at TJD inside. Missed him.
Kyle Anderson bottoms a 3. So you got to stop, you got to score, you got a 3, and just get back in the land of the living here by halftime. GP2 out of the corner. And that's got to feel good for Gary. He has really struggled shooting 3s this year. Jaren Jackson again. Slow-mo played him better, and Schroeder tracking down the long ricochet. Buddy Hield, stop, go, finish.
That's a great look from Schroeder cross court like that, but Schroeder knows what the rest of the Warriors know. Getting out in transition, scoring before the defense is set is a great idea.
Buddy Hield bottoms a 3. So the Warriors just trying to find any spark of offense. Bain on the kick out. Pippen missing that 3, and Aldama guides it home. Aldama took a dive. Kuminga. And Draymond having that blocked by Ja Morant.
Bro, you think you got an easy layup? That doesn't exist in this game.
Step down the lane. And he lost it out of bounds.
Taking it all the way to the basket this game has been super hazardous.
Warriors will fly to Minneapolis tonight to play Minnesota for the 3rd time in 12 days on Saturday. As Looney hits the mid-range, this has just been elite team after elite team after elite team after elite team. That's just the way the schedule has gone. Wiggins continues to play well. Andrew Wiggins has 15 on 4 of 5 3-point shooting.
One bright spot. Well, against a great defensive team, it's
Andrew Wiggins just got to appreciate his game right now. Yeah. He's got 19 on 6 of 11 shooting. Schroeder and Draymond. Schroeder with the mid-range.
There you go. So I said at halftime, that mid-range, it's open for you.
Jalen Wells bottoming a 3. Now, someone's got to explain to me how Jalen Wells lasted to the 39th pick of the draft.
I like him a lot. He's got good size, too.
Shooting 39% on 3s.
For his position, he's a good defender.
They're 17 and 6 when he starts. Once he moved in the starting lineup, that changed their whole season. This will be a forgettable outcome for a lot of the Warriors. As Jaren Jackson missing there, Buddy Hield speeding into the front court. And Buddy got that to fall.
Yeah, the Warriors are going to go back to the drawing board, just working on finishing around the basket. You still want to watch film and learn from your mistakes. Go back and watch some of the block shots as Pajemski lays one in. Go back and see what you could have done better, and then flush it.
Kyle Anderson hitting a three. And so it'll be the first game without a field goal in Steph's career where he played more than 10 minutes.
Well, this game had a bad feel from the start. The Grizzlies are flowing as Podziemski gets inside. The Grizzlies are flowing on both ends of the floor from the jump.
But they're the highest-scoring team in the NBA, and you see it in person, and you're like, wow! As Kyle Anderson scores, and it wasn't Ja Morant going crazy or things like that. It was everybody up and down this roster making every shot from everywhere. I tell you, Podziemski, the last 4 or 5 games, the three-point shot's coming back. Buddy Hield on the kick out. Podziemski, a little mid-range off glass. So Brandon Podziemski, he's 5 of 9. He's got 12 points.
Find the bright spots.
Yeah, Lindy set his feet there. You knew that three would be down.
You're excited, man. These are important minutes for these guys. A lot of these guys getting minutes.
Now, I'm telling you what could happen in the final 5:45. I don't know if Memphis will keep doing this, but they're 24 of 42.
Nah, I'm okay with it. If they keep shooting as Kuminga catches a lob.
He told me he wanted to play in a slow-pitch softball league and play center field. And Trace Jackson-Davis lays that up and in. I said, at the time, I said, Bob Myers and Joe Lacob are not going to let you do this.
I love that so much. I tell him almost every time I see him.
So Podziemski, I got to give Brandon credit. You ever watch that show, The Hot Ones, the interview show?
I have. I mean, didn't Steph Curry do that, I believe?
Would you go to, like, Kyle Anderson hitting a three. Would you go to one of those volcanic, tear up your insides? Someone's got to know it's 29. As Podziemski, what a fourth quarter. And give it up for Memphis. They are 11-2 in their last 13. They have 13-3 at home, and they won 8 consecutive home games. And the Grizz are legit.
This was a humbling loss for the Warriors, who struggled in every aspect of the game. By halftime, the Grizzlies had built a commanding 31-point lead and never relinquished control. With the victory, Memphis improved to 19-9 on the season, while Golden State dropped to 14-12, marking their 3rd straight loss and 9th in their last 11 games.